Hello there. Now I know I usually don't make theory videos, but after seeing the Game Theorists making another theory video saying that we were all wrong, and many of his new theory videos saying that the Fazbear Fright Series is giving us new information, I was inclined to make a theory video. Since I've read the main trilogy of books, it made me realize a lot of the things the Game Theorist has been pointing out from the Fazbear Frights books is old information. Now before we get into the theory/video, leave a like, subscribe, and share this with a Fnaf fan. I would love if the Game Theorists could hear my theory and react to it. I know this is unlikely, but I can only wish. Anyways, back to the theory. Now in the first video, Fnaf, The Secret Crimes of 1985, the Game Theorists claimed the date 1985 and what Oswald saw on that day was never seen before, and that it was totally new information. But if you have read Fnaf The Silver Eyes, you might recall Charlie referencing her childhood before she left Hurricane. She talks about her childhood time in Hurricane so many times, and Scott really stresses on how old she was before she left Hurricane. The beginning of the book explains that she was in kindergarten before she left Hurricane. We know she was born in 1980, according to The Silver Eyes, and being that kindergarten is for 5-year-olds to 6-year-olds, this must mean she left in 1985. And the reason she left was because of the incident at the restaurant in 1985. This incident being the death of Michael. But that isn't all. Charlie says literally the year she left. On page 3 of Silver Eyes, Charlie says to herself, "What did you expect? The whole place would be unchanged? A monument to the moment of your departure? Frozen forever in July 1985. So not only does this prove Freddy Fazbear is closed in 1985, but that it happened in the summer, either in June or early July. That's more than what Into the Pit points out. Also, this means this restaurant only lasted for 2 years. The book totally debunks the Game Theorist's theory of there being multiple restaurants open at the same time, and that's only the beginning of what this book has in store. The next theory that the Game Theorist fails to mention to exist in Silver Eyes is the Game Theorist's latest theory about agony in Game Theory, Fnaf, Your Pain Fuels Us. I actually found this after reading Silver Eyes again recently. In the beginning of the Silver Eyes, the gang are eating at a diner and Scott makes a whole conversation about emotion setting. On page 75 to 79, Lamar, Carlton, John, Marla, Jessica, and Charlie have a lengthy discussion. "I don't believe in ghosts." "I do," Charlie said. "I mean, not ghosts, but memories. I think they linger. Maybe we're all shedding our fear and regret and hope everywhere we go. Maybe it's everywhere." So the existence of emotion shedding, or the power of agony, has been explained back in Fnaf Silver Eyes. Now I did cut parts of that conversation, since it's a couple of pages long, but what Scott tries to say is that not all the suits are filled with kids or living beings. This also means that there are no ghosts, just remnants of people and their emotions. I think many of us theorists read this or totally skipped this conversation and totally saw it as an introduction that didn't matter. And that's only the second most important discovery. The next theory is a theory that has changed over the years. Out of all my video, this is the part that's actually a theory, and I really want people to watch this last part, since this theory is what inspired me to make this video. And out of all my theories, this is the best one. And this is the identity of Golden Freddy. In Game Theory, Fnaf, Golden Freddy, not what we thought. Game Theorist points out how Cassidy is not the identity of Golden Freddy, or there is other people that are also part of Golden Freddy. But we know there's only one identity of Golden Freddy. That's according to the Fourth Closet. And I was ahead of him the day he said it was Cassidy. Yeah, you heard me, you Edward Drinker Coke theorist. Shame on you for switching the tail with the juicy neck. Now, if Golden Freddy isn't Cassidy or Michael Afton, you might be asking, who is it? I theorize and conclude that the identity of Golden Freddy is none other than the never heard of Michael Brooks. You might be also asking, who is Michael Brooks? Well, before the events of Silver Eyes, there's a kid who dies, whose name is Michael, whose death also shuts down Freddy Fazbear's. He has a funeral the whole town attends, and when the old principal of the school says Michael's parents, he says their names are Joanne and Donald Brooks. So this Michael is from the Brooke household. But let's talk of the Brooks and more about Golden Freddy. In Silver Eyes, page 312, there's a conversation between Carlton and Charlie. Carlton motioned toward the far corner of the room. Charlie looked, a yellow Freddy costume. His voice dropped to a whisper. Charlie, I think it's Michael in the suit. There's a lot of reasons why Michael is Golden Freddy that I might make another whole video about it. But Michael being Golden Freddy explains a lot of things, such as why when Carlton is in the Springbok suit, he hears Golden Freddy talk in Michael's voice. This is the explanation the gang gives when the Golden Freddy stops the animatronics from removing eyes and arms from the kids. The Silver Eyes and Twisted Ones uses this explanation for why Golden Freddy stopped the animatronics from killing them or stuffing them under Pirate's Cove like they did with Springtrap. But that, in my opinion, is the most straightforward evidence I could find. I mean, think about it. Who is Golden Freddy? He's a special, ominous animatronic who can literally teleport and is the controller of hell for Afton. And we know in the Fnaf universe, all the animatronics have similar or very specific related people to the animatronic. And Michael, of all people, shut down the restaurant. So there you have it, the identity of Golden Freddy. So what I think this means for us loyal theorists is that there is possibly a lot of things we missed in the first trilogy, and even the first book. There's so much important information we need to find and piece together and adapt our theories to so we can understand the lore. I know Game Theorists says he was all wrong, but he didn't change his theory. I think it's important that we theorists read the old trilogy of books and analyze these characters who only have a couple of pages. I'm pretty sure there are many characters, conversations, and details I think we rule as book lengtheners. I mean, after reading Silver Eyes, I realized how many things I ruled as not important to the lore, when really they're important enough to have their own separate book about the topic. I remember noticing some pages I totally forgot even existed. So this brings me to the end of this video. I can make a theory video about such side characters and their possible connection to the overall lore. In the background, I was playing Ultimate Custom Night. If you guys want, I can play Ultimate Custom Night and do custom challenges. Once Scott releases Security Breach, I could possibly play it for you guys, or I could do what Daco is doing by playing Fnaf World. Also, I can make a series of theory videos about what we missed in the other trilogy books. Tell me what you want me to do for the next video in the comment section. There's a lot more I can talk about, but I have been recording and editing so long I don't want to do this anymore. Tell me how I can improve my videos even more and any other counter theories for me to review. But that's it for now. Until the next video, keep theorizing. May God bless.